same day, 5/5/2017, 6:13. Some people are either at the lake or headed there. Like, happy Friday. Do y'all remember this one? It was like 2011. Erasure parties. 800-page report detailing alleged cheating. I remember it, and I was kind of riveted to this story here because I was hoping beyond hope that Missouri got caught in the scandal too. Of course, gotta have something to pop off. And then while they're looking at one thing, hopefully run into some other stuff. Or maybe not. Maybe they just get enough reports and zip in there and start making arrests. I don't know. But I remember, like I said, being riveted to this. So I thought I'd touch back down on this. And I didn't see anything in the recent news about it. So after that, and they made some arrests, just kind of trickled off. But the thing is, if you were one of those people that got their paper cheated, because best I remember the story without going into these pages, they hired different students, excuse me, Friday yawning, to do the erasing and reloaded the page with the correct answers, the actual test papers. So those people that were totally not qualified for jobs, got jobs, or even fantastic jobs. And those who were better qualified got kind of left out in the rain. And the teachers in schools were rewarded for showing up as better teachers than they were. So, I mean, it was pretty pathetic all the way around. You can see this one down here. The trial opened September 29, 2014. A dozen public school educators. She also described cheating parties. Educators erase, like I was telling you. Teachers gathering together for erasure parties. Few journalists probed the far more problematic back room. So yeah, it goes kind of, they skimmed the surface with this. Let's see what else they got here. Well, I could show you for one thing. Right here. I spelled it wrong. Okay, well, alright. I did that 3 times earlier too. And I actually corrected it one of those times. But whatever. My brain doesn't want to do it your way. My brain wants to do it my way. So, that's that. Well, we wait for this. Isn't it going to do it? There we go. Past month. You might wonder what this little section here is. That's that iConsumer. You need to check it out. Get some free stock. And then every time you shop at these stores that honor iConsumer, and there's a bunch of them, like 1,500 or 1,800 online stores, you get discounts, and then as you shop, you also earn more stock. So, I might leave a link to that in this description. But I had another search engine open too. Sunshiny, but my cold hasn't gone away yet, and I took a nap, but excuse me again. It's just one of those things, you know. Well, that wants to take its time as well. So sorry, so sorry. Guess I go back to this one. Teachers participate in eraser parties. Educationalscholastics.com. Report of teachers participating in eraser parties. Okay. Horrible. And I thought there was more than just Atlanta. There were like 4 or 5 other places that this had happened and they had found to be really, really horrible. You imagine? Excuse me again. You saw them every Friday night when everybody's out jamming and having a wonderful party time or whatever. So you can study and become all you can become. You of that. In the school and the teachers are cheating behind your back and screwing you out of what should be yours. I think they should have to get any of those people whose scores led to jobs that should have rightfully been other people's and say, look, and if the person that was robbed of their job wanted that job, well, maybe not if the student that got the job robbing the other hardworking student didn't know about the party, then that would be kind of a bad thing too. A touchy situation. Answers changed at Eraser's party, that top result there. A 800-page report detailing alleged cheating was done at weekend gatherings or so-called erasure parties. Cheating scandal. So that's just some of the things, if you want to delve deeper into this on your own, that would, spark a search term for you. I might open this TV one. That's 2011. This would be the newest on that was at 2014. But come off it, man. Who would have loved to have a better job if only the person that was cheated for hadn't been cheated for at these erasure parties? But oops. And how many years did that go on, too? Oops. How many decades? I didn't hear him say anything about that having gone on for decades, like the Dozier School for Boys down there in Marietta or wherever that was near. But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if it had have gone on for years. Because, face it went on as long as it went on. Why not decades before that? Why aren't we hearing about that? Because everybody would be so shocked and mad? Oh, man. Madder than a wet hornet? Hello. But they just kind of dropped it, after they did let the media take the ball and run with it a ways. Blam, no more about it. So that's kind of why I'm kind of liking to revive this a little bit. What about the decades previous to being caught, huh? What about the person who had to either go on welfare or go flip burgers when they had a better score than the kid and should have had that job that came with the car and the club, That is crazy upsetting. Crazy upsetting. Even if it didn't happen in my town, it wouldn't surprise me there either if it did. Because, Jesus, Can you imagine the heartbreak? I guess people don't often think of something like that, because a lot of people think, well, they're your feelings, you deal with them. So what, you've got a broken heart. So what, your life's screwed up. We win. Can you imagine? I just sometimes to take a better look at things. And yeah, I spouted off a couple hot sounding screencasts this morning. Look what they did to me. Look how they spouted off to me. You're everything your stepdaughter says you are, and he's everything that his daughter says says that he is, and whatever else is said doesn't matter. We have what we want to hear, and that's all. End of story. Even been slated for a deposition. And I found that out when I got, of course, the state files given to me, called up by the state defender's office. Do you want these files? Come and get them. And I went up there and I got them. So, and I've said it before, that having been a juvenile case, why weren't they protecting the files? Do they do that to everyone? I've never heard if they do or not. It wouldn't surprise me if they do it to other people, but I'm not really talking about other people right now. I'm talking about my own situation and my family's situation and my husband being totally mistreated as a patient. A heart patient twice, as I said in the videos this morning. Sedalia Bothell Hospital and the Harry S. Truman Veterans VA Hospital in Columbia, Missouri. Both said he had a heart problem. He was on heart pills, including nitro, on an inhaler from one of them, maybe both of them at the I'm not sure. And they just more or less barrel rolled over him. And there are details about why they would do such a thing. I'm just not going to go into it right now because I've gone into it in another video. They like to think they're wonderful, awesome people. I think they need to be shot. That's what I think. They ought to be lined up and shot. One by one. This can't be blamed on, oops, WordPress went awkward. Oops. No, this was a mental problem that they have had and kept demonstrating of having. Total mental problem. And they wouldn't allow themselves to be told by anybody that they were doing something wrong. They got defensive and got retaliatory, and we just couldn't take it anymore. I made my mom go with me. I said, come on, you can see for yourself. You'll see. Just see. I wasn't planning on it going as deep as it did that day that I went back for the sessions after we got the locks on the doors like they ordered us to do. But it did, and she saw firsthand when that woman picked up the phone to call the police, and my mother was sitting right there. And you want to know what else? She was in at least 2 or 3 different groups at the time. I'm not sure if she told them or not, but my guess is, yeah, she told them what had happened. Because when my mom was wrong, she would admit it most of the time. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Google these couple of terms, Atlanta eraser parties.